Aloha and Tashi Delay from Kauai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center. Here on the island of Kauai, we do this class every Thursday night, 6 to 8 o'clock Hawaiian time, and present it through Zoom. And it is recorded and put on our website, kawaidharma.org. I'm Lama Tashi. The nature of this class is to present the shamanistic teachings of Tibetan Buddhism, which are the whole transmission is given in modern times by men and women, lamas. The word lama is two words, la and ma, means honorable mother. In Tibetan, the lama is the guru. Guru is the word of the master or teacher in Sanskrit in the Indian tradition. When we do these classes, they are to present the Dharma as an offering to all sentient beings. So all the practices are for everybody else, and also for our environment, this lovely planet that we live on, Mother Earth. Tonight we're going to do the practices of Tara, Chenrezig, and Prajnaparamita using both Sutra and Tantric method. It was asked, what is the difference between Sutra and Tantra? The difference is the basis of the practice when presented to the Western mind is usually presented through lamas operating from what are called Dharma centers. And these centers are set up to have translations of the Tibetan Sanskrit into English, French, German, Thai, all the different languages. And then they are presented as practice texts, which are given with the transmission by the Lama of how to do them, the empowerment and the use of mantra and visualization, which is common to both Sutra and Tantra. I'm going to show you a Sutra text that was designed for here on Kauai for 60 women coming every year to do a Mandala dance 10-day retreat here on Kauai Island. And this is the whole text, and it's quite involved. Half of it is actually the Tibetan format, and then the other half is how we presented it to the women for daily practice and how to do their dance, create their dance mandala using the Tara symbol of the Bodhisattva Tara. What does this do? It transforms the mind along with the body and speech, the mind being the boss, the body and speech being empowered by the mind, and the mind receiving the transmission with the understanding of what it means and how to use it. And it brings out the qualities that are innate in all humans, men or women. And I'm going to read what is called the 21 qualities or aspects of Tara. And these are latent in all of us. We all have these qualities. But the practice of this yoga, of the Sutra and Tantric practices using Tara, is how to gain the accomplishment of this for use in your daily life, in whatever situation you personally have or are involved with. The first of the use of the Tara as a deity yoga, whether it be Sutra or Tantra, is to develop wisdom, compassion, and power as the nature of the deity. And the deity will be illusory, which is the nature of everything and everybody in the universe, and your mind. Illusory means made of light. This represents itself as a mandala deity without any boundary. So space is the functioning aspect of this energy program, which creates our phenomenal world and which is used in these practices. Besides wisdom, compassion, and power, and I might emphasize compassion is based on unconditional loving kindness, similar to a mother's relationship with her only child. Then her whole purpose is protection. Protection against what? The harmful tendencies that we carry forth from one life to the other. And these tendencies are both apparent and subliminal. So they have to be purified. That's what we say, transformed. So swift protection. Creative wisdom means how to use the insight that you develop from these practices, not only to benefit yourself, friends, relatives, lovers, your family, and so forth, but all sentient beings. Virtue is the quality. Virtuous activity is the definition of what we do, besides the word puja, which means offering. Always victorious, which means accomplishing what is appropriate. Subliminal intelligence means knowing the true nature of your mind and overcoming the relative, we call drama mind. Worthy of honor, respect. This relates to all Dharma practitioners, teachers, and all of the lineage and deities. Invincible courage means to be fearless. Destroy negativity, that's an obvious purpose of Dharma practice. True refuge means this refuge is absolutely true because it liberates you from your own harmful tendencies, from all the negativity of your mind. Joy and laughter. Having a sense of humor in the Dharma practices with the involvement of all of us is necessary. Distribution of wealth. This is as you become more and more accomplished, sometimes you gather more wealth. And this is to be used to distribute and manifest the Dharma. For instance, here on Kauai, we manifest this Dharma center and built a beautiful stupa. Auspicious beauty. Irresistible truth, which means how you present it to others. Ferocious compassion means using the energy of your natural mind that has no boundaries, completely infinite. And what the Dharma does is takes you out of a situation where you're actually confined into a state of infinite potential. Bliss and joy, which means the two natures of mind represented on the ultimate level as bliss, which is beyond any form of judgment or emotional involvement with self, others, or the environment. That's called Buddhahood also. Serene peace. This is the state of relaxation that permeates everything you are, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Destroyer of attachment. This is one of the biggest obstacles that all of us humans have to overcome. Transformer of poisons. This means all situations that cause physical, mental, and spiritual ill health. So this is a health program. Remover of sorrow, which is the obstacle that people endure in what we call samsara, this state of emotionality. Radiant health, that's the ultimate purpose of all Dharma practice. Complete enlightenment means moving beyond all judgment of one's mind and all emotional preoccupation with self, others, and the phenomenal world. So those are called the 21 taras, or 21 qualities of tara. And the basic three are compassion, power, and insight. Those are the three of the transmission from the Lama's mind, body, speech, and mind to your mind and body and speech. That's where we're going to start the practice tonight with the Tara Sadhana, which I have here, which is called an abridged version. The actual text is as thick as this book. And this is in Pecha form. This is how they presented it in Tibet and printed it. And to get, and here we put the picture of the Tara, white Tara that we're going to do. And we start with refuge. And when we say refuge, we're taking refuge with our own wisdom nature, our own inner wisdom nature, which we refer to the heart, or heart chakra, as the ultimate antidote. And it starts with what is called the motivation of the Dharma, which is unique. And the motivation of the Dharma is simply to bring all sentient beings, as if they were your family, or each and every one your mother, to this state of full liberation from all the egocentric, dualistic fixations and judgments that we have evolved with in the human condition on this planet. So this is the theme of the Dharma. I read it. In order to attain enlightenment for ourselves and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we now, all together, take refuge and, when possible, offer prostrations to start our practice. Then we take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama, deity, and protector. The Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha is called the three jewels. The Lama, deities, and protectors are the three, what we call roots of the sadhanas, the pujas, which fall into the two categories, Sutra and Tantra. So we read this. We say all this one together. We go for refuge to all the glorious holy Lamas. We go for refuge to all the yidams. These are the deities gathered in our mandalas of Sutra and Tantric practice. We go for refuge to all Buddhas, those who have conquered their mind and gone beyond, or become liberated. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma. We go for refuge to all the noble Sangha. And we go for refuge to all the Dakas and Dakinis. These are the protectors and defenders of the Dharma, which translates into wisdom. And all have possess the eye of what is called transcending awareness for ultimate liberation. Then we take refuge as bodhisattvas practicing the 6 disciplines, which are incorporated into all the practices that we do, Sutra, Tantra, and contemplating the natural state of mind called Dzogchen or Mahamudra. Through the Buddha, Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through merit gained from practicing the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. And we chant this in Sanskrit. Using the Sanskrit language is how the Dharma is conveyed from the original Buddhist teachings to all the languages and cultures of the planet. So now this is a global program. First, I'll chant in Tibetan the altruistic motivation. Dagdang jowa namke dadang yamke semchem tamche judine jungte jisi jengchu nengpola chi fi bardu. Then the refuge prayer. Alden lama dampa namla chaksu chiyo yedam chokorgi latso namla chaksu chiyo sanjay chon dende namla chaksu chiyo dampe chur namla chaksu chiyo Alpe Gendu Namla Chapsu Chio Awo Gandro Chokyo Sume Sho Yesheki Shendong Denpa Namla Chapsu Chio. Namla Chapsu Chio, simply attached to each of the 6 lines, means we all together are doing this. Then the 6 Bodhisattva Discipline prayer. Sanjay Chodang Choki Chodang La Jan Chub Sanju Bhagni Chapsu Chi Nagi Jinso Jipe Sonaki Hidrola Benjer Sanjay Jupar Sho. Let's say that again. Sanjay Chodam Choki Chodam La Changchu Bardu Dagni Chapsu Chi Dagi Jinso Jipe Sonam Kidrola Denjer Sanjay Jupar Sho. The word Dhruv is Tibetan for practice. The 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, the basis of all Sutra and Tantra, we practice. The first one, generosity, applied on both the relative and ultimate levels of our natures of our mind. Then discipline, which involves morality, ethics, and good manner. Then patience. Then perseverance or diligence. Then meditative concentration, which is called single-pointedly focusing on one thing for long periods of time. And finally, establishing your inner nature, your wisdom mind, as the ultimate liberating function that has no limits, the power of which to accomplish what is appropriate or necessary, infinite, limitless. So that's refuge, bodhicitta, and the ultimate motivation of all Dharma practice. We're presenting tonight Sutra. Now, many of you are connected to Dharma Center and many of you are not. Many of you have teachers, but not all of you have the Lama, a Lama, man or woman, trained teacher. Most Lamas, men or women Lamas, are monks and nuns. But many now, like myself, are what we call householders. All of us, practitioners or teachers, lamas, are yogis and yoginis. And that sums up how the Dharma is now being established on this planet. This is called an easy daily practice of the noble wish-fulfilling wheel of white Tara. Now, the wish-fulfilling wheel means the turning of the Dharma's eight-spoked wheel, which overcomes the five emotions and all obstacles to your mind, your body, and speech becoming liberated. This particular text of White Tara is a little different than the one we presented as the Tantra one of the Tara with the 7 eyes and 7 spheres. But this one is called Accomplishing Deathlessness. Now, really, there's nothing to accomplish because we're all immortal as far as mind. Mind itself doesn't have a beginning, middle, or end. It's the nature of the universe. It's actually the cause of the universe. But established in the mind are 2 natures. The relative one is the drama mind. We all are aware of that one. I'm talking about all of us in the human condition. Animals and spirits, not so much. And most humans, not so much. But the relative nature is the liberating aspect of our consciousness, which frees us from all the distortion of our drama mind, of how we think and sense things. And when I say actually there's no such thing as death, but only immortality, is because only the body quits, dies, goes back to being the 5 elements, which is what your mother created you from. At that moment of dissolution, then you again appear in the next life in what is called the spirit world. It's basically the same format as this world, with some sentient beings understanding the nature of it and some not. But it is not, even that next life is not the last life. From that life, you proceed on into what they call incarnating emotionally in the human world again, or as an animal, or one of the 4 categories of spirits. All of these 6 kinds of sentient beings are constantly rotating through emotionally through these 6 kinds of existences. But the other form of existence, they call the Bodhisattva existence, is not emotionally involved with any of that, but at the same time is fully immersed in that. And that's what we are learning to do. So I'm going to start by reading the text, and then at the end of the reading, we're going to do the mantra and the visualization of the white Tara, which we have here. And yes, she has 7 eyes, 1 in her head, 2 on her face, 1 in each hand, and 1 on the bottom of each foot. But we're not going to do the tantric practice of the spheres. Instead, we're going to do this as a sutra, which moves us very fast towards liberation by establishing a sound base for all Dharma practice. And this is what all the lamas do, and most of the monks and nuns. We start with what we call the lineage. So that in this lineage is Silopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Gompopa, first to the 17th Karmapa, Jamkan Control Lojo Taiye, who created this text for Dharma practice, and it's been used since the 18th century in Tibet and now everywhere as a regular practice. Down to our present root Lama. So here in Hawaii we have Lama Temple, Lama Rinchen, Lama Gelsen, and Georgiana Cook, who's our translator, Tai Situ Rinpoche, who has his seat in Honolulu, and of course the Dalai Lama, and many teachers that have helped us establish our centers worldwide. So this is our lineage. Then we connect to the lineage with a prostration or with refuge saying, Namo Guru Aratarye. So we recognize the whole lineage as inseparable from the deity Tara. Then we start the practice. And again, in this practice, we take refuge in the Lama, the complete embodiment of the three jewels and three roots. I prostrate to this wish-fulfilling wheel in order to benefit all beings with this practice. And we say that 3 times. I take refuge in all the Lamas as the complete embodiment of the three jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and the three roots of this practice, the Lama and the deity, inseparable. I practice this wish-fulfilling practice or wheel in order to benefit all sentient beings. We take refuge in the Lama, the complete embodiment of the three jewels and three roots. We practice this wish-fulfilling wheel in order to benefit limitless sentient beings. Then we gather the emanations of all the Lamas and all the practices that all of us do with the following verse. With light rays emanating from my heart center, I, as Tara, invite the actual noble lady and her retinue into the space in front of me. Then you connect to that with a mudra. 2 hands crossed towards yourself, snap your fingers and say, Vajra Samaza Za, which means I'm incorporating Tara as my deity. So that replaces your human form. Now you're the light body of the deity. I again take refuge in the three jewels and three roots. I confess each and every negative act of body, speech, and mind, and all unvirtuous action produced from limitless lives in the past up to the present. I rejoice in all the virtue of all beings. I hold the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas always in my mind as the accomplishment stage of practice. I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until I attain full enlightenment. I give rise to the three jewels and the three roots as bodhicitta to perfectly accomplish through the 6 bodhisattva practices the benefit of myself and all others. Having given rise to this mind of perfect enlightenment, I will care for all sentient beings as if they were my children. I will engage in the supreme and delightful conduct of awakening and liberation, and evolve endlessly into higher and higher states of awareness. May I accomplish this Buddhahood for the sake of and benefit of all living beings. Then you dissolve all of the outer sources of refuge, lamas, deities, and protectors, into your heart center, into you. And you establish the seed soluble Tom in your heart center. And this is the same C syllable that is used with the green Tara in our lineage. Then we say, may all abide inseparably in happiness and in this great impartiality, which equally applies the Dharma to every sentient being, none left out. Then you dissolve it all into voidness with this mantra, Om Sunyata Jana Vajra Subhava E Mako Ham. So when you say that, you mean everything is made of light throughout space, the energy of your mind and the universe equal. In this natural state, the power of emptiness manifests as the resonant sound of Hum. Hum is used as all pervasive healing sound. It's an infinite applied antidote of healing. And it is the nature of the Buddha Shakyamuni and all of the teachers. From this Hum arises a Vajra protective sphere, which has no boundary. It is indestructible, and within this is the appearance of a water moon crystal palace. And in the center of this palace appears on a white lotus sun and moon disk the syllable Tam. The Tam can be green or any color with a white background. It is three-dimensional and it represents all of the female deities and all of the ways they present themselves. For instance, we mentioned the 21 Taras and also the 5 elements. With this power of emptiness and the sound Hum overlaid in the Tam, there arises in this protective sphere, in this crystal palace, the deity on a lotus sun and moon disk. She sits on a white, they say, Uttapala flower, which is a lotus, and the letter Tam is in her heart center. Light radiates out for her for the true benefits of accomplishing all the needs of oneself and everyone else, every sentient being. This light goes out and then is reabsorbed back into your heart center. The lotus and the Tam resting on it transform into the white noble Tara. She is the color of the new moon. She is peaceful, smiling, beautiful, and radiating light of 5 colored rays. Her forehead, hands, and feet are beautified with 7 wisdom eyes. I already mentioned that. Her right hand is a gesture of supreme generosity resting on her right knee. The thumb and forefinger of her left hand hold the stem of a white lotus flower blooming by her left ear. This symbolizes altruistic compassion applied with unconditional loving kindness to everyone and to our environment. She wears an upper garment of white silk and a lower garment of 5 colors. The upper garment is the stainless nature of her mind, and the 5 colors lower garment represent the 5 elements. She's bedecked with beautiful ornaments of jewels, pearls, and flowers. Her curly hair is bound back and up and hangs also down freely. She is blonde. She has a moon as her backrest and is seated in the full Vajra posture, feet resting on thighs. Om, Ah, and Hum are her 3 places, And they are radiating light, inviting all the lamas and wisdom deities. And again, they all meld into you. Vajra Samadhya. Then we say with the merging, Za, Hum, Ram, Ho. This means everything outside, everything inside, together. Za, Hum, Ram, back where we started. Ho. Ho means voidness. So these use of mudras are taught by the lamas when you do sutra practice. Light radiates again out, inviting all the 100 deities and the 5 Buddha families. And the 5 Buddha families are based on the 5 Dhyana Buddhas, connecting to the 5 elements. This is the methods, and this is the dakinis. This is the inner and outer come together when you hold them up to the light of your mind. These empowerment deities grant now full empowerment of the 5 Dhyana Buddha families. They are in response to the first part of this practice in your prayers. Then these empowerment deities say to you, Om Sarva Tathagata Abhikekata Shriye Hum. This means they are saying to you, you are totally now empowered of the 5 wisdom natures of your natural mind. Your body is filled with stainless light as it becomes purified and blazes outward to the Lord of the family Amitabha Buddha, becoming the whole light universe infinite radiance with no boundary. And you see this Buddha seated now above your head. Red in color, hands in Bodhisattva posture, like this. Dressed in the robes of a monk. Then you, as the empowerment goddess, make offerings and praises of the 8 offering substances. Water for bathing, water for drinking, flowers, incense, light, perfumed water, smell, food, and cloth. All of this is offered to the Tara and all of her Sangha and the Buddha above her head. And it has a mantra connected to this offering. Om Arya Tara Vajra Argyam Vadyam Rupe Drupe Loke Gende Nevidde Shabda Prate Sa Ah Hum Swaha Soha. So that means that these 8 offerings are offered with your body, speech, and mind. Om for your body, Ah for your speech, and Hum for your mind. Then it continues. We pay homage and praise to Mother Tara. Now remember, this is all the sutra practice. It's connecting you to the tantric path of the all-pervasive nature of your consciousness. This is the Sambhogakaya connecting you to the Dharmakaya. Now we are liberated from all misfortune. And as Tara, and with her lotus feet, and all the deities and asuras as our retinue bow down to us. In my heart, on a lotus sun and moonsi is a wheel, a sphere. In the center of this is a tom. The sphere is 5-colored. Above the tom is an om. Below the tom is a ha. On the 8 spokes of the wheel apply the 8 Tara mantra. They are bright and clear, the color of crystal or the autumn moon. This mantra that we just visualized this way is Om Tara Tutare Ture Soha. We do this mantra to purify all obscurations of myself and others, and also to create our lifespan and inner and outer manifestation of brilliance. As we make these offerings to the Noble Tara and say this mantra, we collect blessings and all forms of liberation to our own situation. Then all the light melts back into us as the supreme refuge of immortality and wisdom. Om Tara. Then we say the mantra 108 times. And it's circling in your heart center. The mantra's 10 sounds face inward, and as you sound the mantra, the whole mantra turns around the tongue, this C syllable, in a 5-color sphere about the size of your thumbnail, if you can visualize that small. Then all the light from the tongue and the mantra radiate through your body as the white Tara and out to all sentient beings as Tara. So all the animals, all the humans, all the spirits in your mandala are white Tara. So they fill your mind. They fill the universe. They fill your mind. That's what causes the heart mantra to appear and do what it does. Liberate limitless sentient being. Om Tara Tutare Ture Soha. 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 Tutare Ture Soha. Om Tara 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 Ture Soha. Om Tara Tutare 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 Ture. Om Tara Tutare Ture Soha. 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 Then you can generate the Tara to individuals you have karma with. Mother, father, family, friends, relatives, lovers, enemies, anybody you have karma with, animal, human, or spirit, individually or collectively. Om Tara Tutare Ture Soha. 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 Om Dara Dutare Dure 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 Soha. Om Dara Dutare Soha. Om Dara Dutare Dure Soha. Om Dara Dutare Dure Soha. Om Dara Dutare Dure Soha. Om Dara Tutare Soha. Om Dara Tutare Dure Soha. Om Dara Tutare Dure Soha. Om Dara Tutare Dure Om Dara Tutare Dure Soha. 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 Om Tara Tutare Dure Soha. Om Tara Tutare Dure Soha. Om Tara Tutare Soha. Om Tara Tutare Dure 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 Soha. Then you, in your mind, all the humans on the planet, all the animals in the ocean and land, all Tara, all the spirits of the four realms, heaven, hell, and in between, filling the universe, all Tara. Then you sit with that visualization and contemplate it without the mantra. So this Tara Mandala is completely made of light, you and all sentient beings in their natural state, which is the nature of the universe and your consciousness. And you simply contemplate that. This is the wisdom nature of your natural mind affecting the visualization, which is dealing with the drama mind. Contemplate that. This becomes the basis of the actual practice of White Tara as practice of immortality, what we call a long life, using the White Tara and the seed soluble Tom, or in the one we use in Tantra, the seed soluble space, Bam, B-A-M, or in Tibetan, Bam, B-A-M, because they don't have V in their alphabet. It looks like this: a white square and a red background with the sun and moon and a little flame shooting off the top. And that will be in your heart center. And then the white Tara's long mantra, we'll circle it, letters facing inward, and each letter made like a diamond or crystal, clear. So now we do the second part of the sutra practice by making offerings to all the noble ones. We collect all the blessings, as well as the essence of the animate and inanimate nature of everything. So all phenomena melts into me, and I now practice the supreme life and wisdom of the Tara using the long mantra, but first making offerings. Om Tara, Tu Tare, Chure, Mama, Ayu, Pune, Jana, Putin, Kuru, Soha, Om Vaja Argyam Soha, Om Vaja Padyam Soha, Om Benza Pupe Ahom, Benza Dupe Ahom, Benza Loke Ahom, Benza Gende Ahom, Om Vaja Gende Ahom, Om Vaja. This is sound, Gende Ahom, and then cloth. Chati Sa Soha, so that's the making of the offering. Then we say the Tara mantra and start the long life practice. And this part of the practice can be done many times each day. Morning and evening is recommended. Before we do the mantra, you say, Lord of this lotus family, please grant the power of deathlessness and the power of immortality. And in the human condition, a healthy life. Through my devotion, this stream of being is invoked as Tara. Light from the heart garlands of the mantra establish the vital essence and the energy of the animate and inanimate in both states of samsara and nirvana. All of this enters into the begging bowl of the deity above my head, Amitabha Buddha. So you think like that, all your mantra sounds, you as white Tara, all your heart essence, like from the seed syllable in the mantra, go into the begging bowl of the Buddha Amitabha above your head. If you can, red in color. Life size is okay. Small is okay. First we say the long life mantra of Tara, and you visualize yourself again as this seven-eyed Tara, sitting in a crystal palace on a white lotus, by your ear, hand in infinite generosity, this one, dressed in silks and jewels, flowers, and you're illusory, like a holograph. Then all the beings, all the animals, all the humans, all the spirit world, all become white Tara. Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Pune Jana Putin Kuru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Pune Jana Putin Kuru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Pune Jana Putin Kuru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Pune Jana Putin Kuru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Pune Jana Putin Kuru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Pune Jana Putin Kuru Soha Om Tara Jana, Bhuktin Kuru, Soha, Om Dara Tu Dare Dure, Mama Ai, Pune Jana, Bhuktin Kuru, Soha, Om Dara Tu Dare Dure, Mama Ai, Pune Jana, Bhuktin Kuru, Soha. So the first two phrases of the mantra at a lowered resonance for yourself. In the two higher recitations for all sentient beings in your mandala, filling space. Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ai Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ai Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ai Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ai Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ai Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ai Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ai Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ai Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha. As you're saying this mantra, the sound of the mantra and from the Vam or Tom in your heart center, light, all the light goes into the energies into the bowl of the Amitabha Buddha above your head. He's sitting like this, with the begging bowl in his lap. Then when we get to that part of the practice, then the light from that bowl goes to you and all sentient beings filling space. Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ayu Punya Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ayu Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ayu Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ai Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha. Now you think of that bowl overflowing, filling you and every sentient being in your mandala, infinite in number, with wisdom nectar of your own Buddha nature, lighting you up like the sun. Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ayu Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ayu Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ayu Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ayu Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Ayu Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Dara Tu Dare Dure Mama Punya Jana Bhuktin Kuru Soha. Then you focus on the Buddha Amitabha above your head and the bowl overflowing continuously to all the sentient beings in the heavenly realm, the demigod realm, war god realm, the lower realms of the deprived spirits and the demonic spirit. Then to all sentient beings on planets as Tara in the animal and human realm. So you think this light's going everywhere through space. and you say the mantra of Amitabha Buddha. Om Amitabha Deva Hri. 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 And Amitabha melts down into you as Tara and all sentient beings, same. Whatever you're doing, they're doing. And then now he sits in your heart center. With that, we continue the practice. Lama, Lord of the Buddhist family, please grant deathlessness and the power of immortality and a healthy life. Through my devotion in this stream of being, all beings are involved. Light from my heart gathers all the vital essences of the energy of the universe and the elements of all the inanimate and animate in both samsara and nirvana. All of this enters into the begging bowl in the Buddha in my heart. Melting, it boils and overflows. My body becomes filled with this deathless nectar. It's called Dusi. Then we say, Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Kune Jana Kutin Kuru Shama. Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Kune Jana Kutin Kuru Soha. Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Kune Jana Kutin Kuru Soha. Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Kuneja Putin Kuru Soha. Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Kunejana Putin Kuru Soha. When we said this mantra many times, 7 or 21 times, then you visualize yourself dissolving into the mantra in your heart. It dissolves into the Buddha. The Buddha disappears into the Ram and the Shri in his heart. And whatever you're doing, all sentient beings in your mandala, the same. So I'll go through that again. All sentient beings, first of all, all sentient beings dissolve into the mantra. The mantra dissolves into the small Buddha in the center of your heart chakra, Amitabha. Then the Buddha disappears into the Vam and Hri sign together. And all sentient beings doing the same thing you are, merge with the energy of boundless space. Voidness. No meditation. Simply relax and contemplate the infinite light of your natural mind as the energy of everything. We define this infinite state of potential as the simplicity of light being our true nature. Nature means natural, and the nature of everything in the entire universe. So its brilliance is not only inside, but outside, pervading the fabric of boundless space, which is white Tara. There is no meditation. We are simply practicing in the state of the present moment and establishing this presence, having infinite potential to accomplish what is appropriate. Relax. And be present. In this text, it says, this state of the practice, called the accomplishment stage, when all the contents of the mandala melt into light, and we rest in that, is the non-conceptual clear light of Mahamudra, or Dzogchen, the mind of bliss. Then from this you reappear clearly in the form of the white Tara, again adorned with the three syllables in the three places, Om, Ah, and Hum. And all phenomena are the play of the deities, mantra, and natural mind as wisdom. Then we chant the three mantras, Ram, Yam, and Kam. Ram is for the action of the deities. Yep, that's the fire energy. Yam is for the sound or vibration of the deities. That's the air. And Kam is the energy field of the deities, which is space. So we say those three syllables, Ram, Yam, Kam. And within this precious vessel, the three syllables melt into light. And now they become a torma, which is an ocean of undefiled nectar. And we bless this with the three accomplishments, Om, a body, speech, and mind. Om, Ah, Hum, Om, Ah, Hum, Om, Ah, Hum. Then the torma is offered with light rays from the center of my heart, which invites the noble lady and all her sons and daughters into this space of practice. Vajra Samaza, Pema Kamalaya Satam. So you blend it inside and outside. Om tar tutari ture sapara riwa idam balinkta kaka kai kai. So the torma is nectar visualized as a bowl in your hand, the same one the medicine Buddha had, only you're holding it, filled with wisdom nectar. And it goes out to all sentient beings. So you say her mantra, Om Tara, Tutari, Ture, Yidam Balinkta, Kaka Kai Kai, Om Tara, Tutari, Ture, Yidam Balinkta, Kaka Kai Kai Kai, Om Tara, Tutari, Ture, Soha, Yidam Balinkta, Kaka Kai Kai. So that's called an offering feast. Then you again make the eight offering bowls. They're actually here on the shrine in front of Chenrezig. Om Vajra Argam So, Vajra Padyam So, Vajra Pupyam, Vajra Dupyam, Vajra Lokyam, Vajra Gandhyam, Vajra Nividyam, Vajra Shabdam, Vajra Pratisa, Om Soha. That was water for bathing, water for drinking, flowers, incense, light, perfume water, food, and sound and cloth. You are the Mother Tara who liberates all from samsara, all emotionality and judgment. Om Tutari, the Tutari, you free us from the 8 fears, which is, they're called the 8 worldly Dharma. The Ture, you protect us from all illness and disease. I pray to you, Mother, who liberates us from our own subject-object dichotomy of the mind. Noble Lady Tara, victorious, you and your sons and daughters, having accepted these offerings, including the Torma, please grant us and those connected to me through karma with your blessings of long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity. Please sustain the Dharma activity for a very long time and grant us all the ordinary and supreme siddhis without exception. Then we say the 100-syllable mantra twice, once to purify any imperfections of doing the sutra practice and saying the mantra, and also any problems with the 3 kayas, the Dharmakaya, the Sambhogakaya, and the Nirmanakaya. These 3 vehicles are of the Sutra and Tantra. Purify. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Tita Jito Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Mem Jayase Sarva Karma Susame Siddhanjriya Kuru Om Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajramame Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva. Then for the 3 kayas not being distorted. Om Vajragani Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Tita Jito Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Mentaya Sarva Karma Susame Sistam Shriya Guru Om Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tataka Vajra Mame Musa Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sattva. May in all our lives may the Venerable Tara care for us and all we have karma with their compassion, power, and insight. May there be auspiciousness flowing with long life and wisdom permeating all of our worldly activity. Through all these prayers of dedication, aspiration, and auspiciousness, may there be good fortune. She is the one who increases life and gives us good health with their blessings, and even more swiftly than most of the exalted deities. May anyone who is connected with this practice or this tradition from Lord Atisha and Buddha Shakyamuni attain the supreme accomplishment of liberation in one lifetime. This was written and transmitted through Dojo Tai, requested by his students. Now we'll do the Chenrezig practice. And we do it as a Tantra without the Sutra text, which I have right here, except one part of the text I want to read because this practice of Chenrezig is about purifying karma. And the method that we use to purify it is to understand how karma arises as tendencies, like a shadow following us from one life to the next life, from this life in the human condition to life in the spirit world, and so forth. And it goes like this. By the power of accumulating negative karma from beginningless time, sentient beings through the force of pride and arrogance and practice of religions are born in the realms of gods and goddesses. These impermanent realms, from these impermanent realms, they experience the suffering through this impermanence of change and falling into lower states. May they all be born in your realm, free of this impediment of arrogance called the Potala. Om Mani Padme Hum. Then, by the power of accumulating negative karma from beginningless time, sentient beings through the force or misuse of power, combined with the force of jealousy, are born in the realm of war gods and goddesses. They experience the suffering of fighting and quarreling. May they all be born in your realm, called the Potala. Om Mani Padme Hum. By the power of accumulating negative karma from beginningless time, sentient beings through the force of desire are born in the human realm and experience the suffering of excessive activity and constant frustration. May they all be born in your pure mind of bliss called Dewa Chen. Om Mani Padme Hum. By the power of accumulating negative karma from beginningless time, sentient beings through the force of stupidity, bewilderment, illusion, and so forth are born as animals, and they experience the suffering of dullness and stupidity. May they all be born in your presence, protector. Om Mani Padme Hum. By the power of accumulating negative karma from beginningless time, sentient beings through the force of greed are born in the realm of deprived spirits and experience the suffering of hunger and thirst and other tortures. May they be born in your perfect realm, the Potala. Om Mani Padme Hum. By the power of accumulating negative karma from beginningless time, sentient beings who are born as from desire in the human realms by the practice of abuse, hatred, and anger are born in the hell realm, experiencing the extreme suffering of heat and cold. May they now be all born in your presence, perfect deity. Om Mani Padme Hum. So these 6 realms are all emotionally produced through judgment. What is judgment? Judgment comes from the mind of duality fixation, which separates everything. You think that you and everything you're sensing and thinking about are separate. This we call duality fixation causes judgment. For what you appears, what you like, you say that's good. That causes attachment to arise. Conversely, if you say what arises is bad, that causes aversion to arise. These escalate into more increasing, more powerful states of delusion, emotionally applied to your existence. And this distorts your existence. If you say things high or divine, supreme, and supernatural, you're doing that again. That's what creates division with the heavenly spirit. And then if you say everything is bad, well, one person's bad, so another person's good, so that doesn't work. So then you cause more separation from jealousy and envy, and never being satisfied, greed. So all of these negative emotions are simply from ignorance, delusion, anxiety, fear, and so forth. So what the Tibetans did with the Indian transmission was map the mind and the causes of suffering and the antidotes to these suffering. So Chenrezig Practice, with the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, treats the cause of these emotional afflictions. Just saying the mantra works, but saying the mantra with you being the deity Chenrezig is infinitely more appropriate because it treats the cause. It's not just the outer manifestation. So it's treating it through the vibration and visualization of the light of the deity and the mantra. Then the seed salt will connect you to the ultimate state of liberation, which is called Buddha. Buddha simply means to be a human being totally mature, which is what everybody's mother wants for their children. So that's the Chenrezig practice, which we're going to do now. Visualize the Lama in front with 3 lights coming from the Lama's 3 places into your 3 places. Establishing the Om, the Ah, and the Hum. Om in the head, Ah in the throat, Hum in your heart center. Then the Lama melts into you. Then the 3 lights, Om, Ah, Hum, all come together in the heart center. In this state of union, your wisdom mind appears as the sound Kri. Kri is the deity Amitabha that we used in the previous practice above the head of white tar. The Kri is the manifestation of the infinite light of space as the nature of our mind. This natural nature is the antidote to all drama, all ideas of separation, all judgment, all of attachment, aversion, pride, jealousy, greed, all of that. And so the mantra is applied to each of those 6 realms to clear them of that kind of emotional existence and the pain and suffering that goes with it. You be the deity, Lama deity inseparable. Light goes out from the Kri in your heart center to all of the humans on this planet, they become Chenrezig, and all the animals and spirits, they become Chenrezig. All the humans, animals, and spirits together fill your mind as a mandala of infinite Chenrezigs filling space. When you have that mandala in your mind, it's applied to the outer world. That causes the heart mantra to appear. 6 syllables. Om, Ma, Ni, Pe, or Pod. That means lotus. Mi, Hum. Om, Ma, Ni, Pe, Mi, Hum. In India. Om, Ma, Ni, Pod, Me, Hum. You choose which mantras, Pe or Pod. Makes no difference. Tibetan Sanskrit, Pe. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om for the heavenly realms, Ma for the war and war god realms, Ni for the human realm, Me for the spirit world, Te for the spirit world, Me for the deprived spirit world, and Hum for the what we call the hell realms, demonic spirit world. Cleared. All emotionality, judgment, all of that drama mind. Purified. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Padme Hum. Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Padme Hum. Omani baby om, 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 Omani baby om. Omani Padme Om, 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 Padme Om, Omani 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 Padme Om. As the mantra turns clockwise, its letters facing outward, all the letters from the mantra fill all the light nadis of your body. All the 72,000 or 84,000 channels of energy, nadis that light up your body as the deity. And all of this energy as light blazes outward as healing energy to your environment and all the being that you have karma with, animals, humans, and spirit, infinite in number. But this energy exchange, they all become Chenrezig. That causes the Omani Padme Hum mantra to appear as a vibration of compassion, power, insight, and unconditional loving kindness to permeate your stream of being and everybody you have karma with, infinite in number. Then you move from this creation stage of the mantra visualization in the seed soluble tree in your heart center into the accomplishment stage of infinite light, which is the energy field of Amitabha Buddha. We call the accomplishment stage. So all of the sentient beings in your mandala, spirits, animals, humans, as the deity, stream from every direction into you, either all at once or gradually, your choice. Then in this state of union, you disappear your Vajra body, your rainbow body, into the 6 syllables of the mantra. Each one, syllable by syllable, disappears into the C-syllable Shri, red and light on a white background, inside a small sphere in the center of your heart. The Om is gold color, disappears into the Hri. The Ma is green color, disappears into the Hri. The Ni is light blue color, disappears. The Pe, white color, disappears into the Hri. The Me or Me, red color, disappears into the Hri. And the dark blue or black Hum disappears into the Hri. And the Hri contracts to a tiny diamond-like or atom-like sphere. It's called a tigri, like a tiny, tiny, tiny vibrating sound of light, similar to an atom. And it explodes to the infinite light of space. And you sit in the presence and contemplate just that. what you are contemplating in this stage of the practice, the accomplishment stage, is Dewa Chen. Dewa means Deva. Chen, mind. Mind of bliss of the deity. Completely liberated from any judgment or resulting emotional conflict. This causes one to evolve into higher and higher states of intelligence called awareness, with no ceiling, no end in sight, no goal. That's when we use the term in mantra, soha, endless. And to affect that in our daily lives with good health and long life, and easy passing into the next life, we visualize again the deity, Chenrezig. Then we send out light from the tree to all sentient beings, and they become Chenrezig. Establishing that mandala, we place the Buddha Amitabha, the symbol of this domain of Dewa Chen, infinite light, as our natural mind. And every day, every chance, night or day, we connect to that. When you go to sleep, connect to that. That's called the clear light of sleep. When you come out of your dream states, disappear the dream into that. When you wake up in the morning, or each activity of the day, keep referencing to this. And to help you with that, you visualize the Buddha Amitabha above your head, red in color, hands in the mudra of right on top of left, thumb touching in the lap, sitting on a lotus sun and moon disk, dressed in the robes of a lama, monk, red in color, free in the heart center, and from the begging bowl in the hands of the Buddha Amitabha, it overflows and fills you with the nectar of liberation. It's called Dutsi. And then you see that for your mother, father, friends, relatives, lovers, pets, animals, all humans on the planet, all the animals on the planet, all the spirits here and everywhere in the universe. See this light going to them, overflowing the begging bowl and filling them. This is the long life mantra of this practice, Deathless Yoga of the Chenrezig. Om Amitabha Dewa Hri. 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 Then Amitabha moves down the central channel into your heart center as a symbol of your energy in perfect harmony with the entire life force energy of the universe. Contemplate that. That's a state of accomplishing maturity in the human condition, a state of infinite potential to manifest what's appropriate for yourself and others in our environment. Today, in this life, contemplate that. Then extend that to the environment of our lovely Mother Earth. What is most appropriate, beneficial, and sustainable for Mother Earth? Contemplate that. Then use the compassion, power, and insight based on loving kindness, unconditionally applied, as the means to accomplish that. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Breathe. KYD New Do Dom, Show Ya Jumbo, Droop Your Neck, Jowa Chinkin Mother Fa, Dei Sala Gopar Show, Sanjay Kuso, Nempai Chem Ladon, Choni Maker, Nempai Chem Ladon, Kendu Miche, Dumpai Chem Laki, Chitar Goma, Mona, Jumbar Show. By this virtue of having realized Mahamudra, may I quickly establish all beings without a single exception in this state. By the blessings of the three bodies of the Buddha being accomplished as the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of this Dharma being unchanging, and by the blessing of the wishes of the Sangha, that's us, being unwavering, may this dedication prayer be fulfilled. May all the lamas have long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity, and all their wishes be fulfilled. May all beings be free of suffering, established in happiness, bliss, and equanimity. Tuchiche, thank you. Mahalo, and aloha.